want to thank the three poets that came out today. Misaki, I always love you. I don't care that you can do anything for me or not. I love you because you're you, and you're always you. And I'm so grateful to Becky and Chad for coming. Chad is the kind of teacher I tried to be. And Becky, having you in my life has been really, really wonderful. I know we share some grief, but today we're just going to celebrate a little. I picked the poems that I'm reading today because about half my audience inspired them. So some of the things that I write about, well, all of the things I write about are about my life. And you people who have shared my life, sorry, but you're in a book. And the book is now in the library, will be in the Library of Congress, which is what I'm happiest about. So you're now part of American history. And we're going to try to keep it that way. This water wants to go somewhere. Anyway, this poem was written for my brother. I'm somewhat estranged from. And it's called Things We Do for Love. Friday, I take a 2-hour drive on congested highways where cars play bump 'em and dodge 'em and weaves I never figure out. To take mother to her hairdresser, who charges less and doesn't do that weird thing she hates with her hair, that she grays to white brilliance, so that her scalp gleams pinkly through curls, and she will be 93 years old, perfect. At my brother's third wedding reception, located in a hotel near a casino where he and Bride 3 have sent out invitations with rolling dice because it is a gamble. To celebrate his marriage to a woman who buys handguns and has a carry license and will probably kill him someday in an accidental shootout when he rises once too oft to urinate. So while I will gleam with good wishes and champagne toast their future, reassure my just I want everybody to be happy mother, I will take quiet sips of anxiety and swallow my panic's insides in silent red wine swigs. Later, in the smooth purple twilight, I unbraid my way home. Recall glimpses of my brother's smile and how he tries to please, and how they gaze into each other's eyes. And as I taste a few swallows of hope, I follow the streaked sunset till the road turns true north, where I will finally breathe. A lot of this book is about things we grieve. And as you get older, some of the things that you grieve are losses of abilities. And this is called The Things We Cannot Hear. My niece hears something. What is that, she asks. I shake my head, no. I hear nothing. Don't you hear that? I smile. I know I am fading. Each year I give up something, another gift I cannot retrieve. A walk without pain, a book without glasses, an evening snack without indigestion. She stands and looks out the slider, and suddenly, opens it and runs. I trail behind and look down off the deck. She snatches something from the cats lying intent, watching her from the warmth of summer cement. When I join her, she holds a bundle of fur, a baby rabbit caught by my miniature lion and panther, who in the sun now stretch indifferently, willing to give up their prize. They are well fed. I'll take it back with me, she reassures me. It'll be okay. I'll release it into the woods. My niece, Naiad of the forest, retrieves a box from the garage and sets the injured animal inside, and then closes the top to its casket. Still, I do not tell her it is too late, or that cats, though quicker, are as efficient as time. She drives away soon after, loaded with things I've given her. A weekend job babysitting the cats who adore her, a photo of her now dead father and his sister as toddlers, an angel for her garden to watch over her, items and purrs to ground her in loving memories, a bundle of fur she will release into the woods behind the house. Perhaps she will not notice the burden of kindness. Some griefs are sudden and traumatic, and this is called Beyond Tears. My daughter weeps without tears. Between packing sandwiches and baking cinnamon rolls, her eyes deaden, blind in the moment she mourns. Still, she tends the summer lunch truck, smiles, and tries to lighten summer poverty with kindness and a sandwich with dessert. Yet that unfamiliar heaviness clamps her breath, leadens her heart. In the day's pauses, when no eyes follow her, she sobs silently and dryly. At home, as she tends to other lives, her now grown children's bewilderment, her young grandchildren's questions, her own grieving spouse. But her heart demands some answer as to why her middle son is gone at 27, while her life plods on, helpless to reverse the days. Tears might not continually streak her face or dampen her pillow, but love's price floods her heart, leaks from its beat, in gasps, in memory surges of what was and what is not. And she tries not to tangle in the why she is still here and he is not. She balls her hands, but still they grasp for meaning. Didn't she raise her son to be a man of honor, a blessing for life? And didn't he pursue his happiness and found both love and purpose? And hadn't she celebrated his growth, not just in inches marked on a door frame, but in the depth of his understanding? And who should account for this despair? No drunk driver, no criminal with a gun, no bloody malfunctioning machine. And she doesn't know why or truly care. And she doesn't have it in her heart to hate beyond reason. And she just wants him back. She just wants him back. She just wants him back. To swipe the colic from his forehead, to cup his little boy face again, to have him in her arms once more. She just wants him back. Some of my friends are here. I have a group of friends called the Beer Girls. I claim we are more lunch lady than Beer Girls now. But this is written for one of our friends who died. In Sherry's dining room, we gather 6 longtime friends at Annie's birthday lunch. I slide into the last open chair, and Annie, our birthday girl, opens cards, delights in reading them, and accepts our small gifts. She jokes about retail therapy as we smile and laugh. But this day is different from the other birthday gatherings. She stares at my face. "I know you," she says, as I hand her my card. And I try to believe her. Today she is 74, but her mind sifts out days, untethers times, and sometimes loses our features. Dementia spins like a spider, sets traps, stems emotions, scrambles events in its webs. It encases our memories in tight, white webs, the days we wove beyond reach, in tight, untouchable cocoons of silk. But even these threads unravel, disintegrate, dissolve, and more frequently, we need each other to patch in names or places or times. We hold on to our flip phone recollections of days already lived, cling to past narratives, our meaning, our place and time, our mutual recollections. Each one of us is grateful for those fragments of memory shared by friends, those patches that fill in what we can't recall. So on Annie's birthday, we sit with our friend on her road to full-blown dementia and fill in the blanks of her life and ours. In 2014, right before the 4th of July, my husband had what he thought was a cold, and it just wouldn't go away. And he went to a doctor, and they took an x-ray. We thought maybe he had pneumonia, but he had cancer. And because of the 4th of July, some of the scans would not come back until after the holiday. So with our best friends, we went and watched some fireworks and then came back and sat on our deck. And this is called Summer's Eve, waiting for rain. Sometimes on a summer's eve, you can hear a thunder's rumble creeping in, but you still gaze at a star-studded sky hung with a sliver of white pie moon. Under that canopy, you inhale deeply the moist, worm-scented air. Rain will come. You might feel it in the stillness or in the warm dampness of a clinging shirt. You might see it in the distant flashes backlighting the yard, but there, by the deck, in the glow spilling from the kitchen window, the leaves are green, and the flowers poised for sleep, serene and lovely. In the days that followed, my husband would try chemotherapy, and this is called living in limbo. Lazy boy, stretched back, feet propped, his eyes drooping, almost asleep. He peers at an early evening rerun. Gun smoke, dreamscape of wish it were he longed for as a boy. When everything was black and white and the good guys hung out with Matt and Kitty at the Long Bridge. In wish it were, men bellied up to the bar to settle problems, solvable in half-hour segments with a little help from Doc or Festus or Chester. Still, what is and what will be floats around him in the high plains of maybe, and maybe not. His hand brushes his now short frizz, crispy in a 1950s brush cut. Everywhere else he's lost hair, emasculated, lassoed, tied down in blue tubing by a stranger who rolled in to perch under a window and stayed humming and whispering, "What's to come?" in a monotonous lisp. He waits for Doc to ride in with a bag of tricks to heal what ails him, or for Kitty to find a brew to mute it all. But in his land, Matt cannot jail the monsters, or finagle them out of town, or outshoot them in a gunfight. And when he honestly lays down his cards and looks out the swinging door to the light, orange light on the horizon, nothing growing is the best he hopes for. The last time we made love, I felt the death rattle of your lungs vibrating against my hand. I leaned into your chest and felt your heartbeat stuttering. At that moment, I could not let go. I held on to you long after you left my arms, clung to those last gentle kisses, those callous hands caressing me, the last thrust that brought you to me. I thought I could wrap you in the memory of skin, keep you in the drumbeats of my heart, find you throbbing on my fingertips. Instead, you became the stuff of stars, a glitter of sky, a bit of light to wish upon, something beyond that gravity of love. I'm going to end with the title poem and call it good. I want to thank you for coming. This is called Erasure Marks. I've been erasing you, rubbing the traces of you out of my life, excising your memory. Yesterday, I pulled your muscle shirts from my drawer and placed them in a donation bag. You no longer accompany me when I work out. In truth, you haven't for a while. Last week, I threw out the Mr. and Mrs. address labels. Since I now shifted to the singles table, many of my friends have never met you. Because it stopped working, I'm debating repairing or just replacing the grandmother clock you gave me with something else. It's not that I stopped loving you, but your chapters in my story have ended. I've taken a different turn. Yesterday, I drove through our town thinking of how much had changed since you died, how the world shifted. I'm so happy you spent so much of your time traveling life's road with me. Now I travel lighter and design my routes on roads you never ventured. Oh, don't worry, dear. I've heard we end up in the same place, even if we follow our own maps. Saki and Becky and Chad for helping me celebrate this time. And now I want you to mingle, because I want all my friends to know all my family. So I love coming to the poetry room. I love working with these people and writing. I love the spirit of this place. So I was happy to launch this book here. Thank you very much.